Have you ever felt that quiet, almost suffocating rejection that kind of follows you around? You replay conversations, you go over every little interaction, but you just can't figure out what you did wrong. All you did was try to think clearly, maybe ask an honest question, and bam, you're met with this hostility you just can't explain. If any of that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. And hey, if you're nodding along right now, I want you to know this feeling isn't just in your head. Not at all. It's actually a well-documented psychological pattern. It's like a curse that comes with seeing the world with a little too much clarity. So, this is the big question we're going to tackle. Why does it seem like the more you understand, the more deeply you think, the more friction you feel with everyone around you? The answer isn't that you're broken. The answer, well, it's a lot more uncomfortable than that. Over a century ago, Leo Tolstoy just hit the nail on the head. He said, "Your depth is their mirror." And that's it. Right there, your clarity, it doesn't just light up the world for you. It acts as a mirror. It reflects back everything other people are desperately trying to avoid in themselves, all their inconsistencies, their shaky beliefs. You don't even have to say a word. Your presence alone does the work. And let's be honest, most people hate looking in that mirror. And that feeling, that sting of rejection, it's not just some abstract emotional thing. It is a biological fact. Neuroimaging studies, they've shown that social exclusion lights up the exact same parts of your brain as physical pain. So breaking a bone, touching a hot stove, or being cast out by the group, to your brain, it's all the same kind of life-threatening danger. It hurts because it's supposed to. So, this rejection you feel, it's not just random cruelty. There's a logic to it, a deep evolutionary logic. It's the logic of the herd. And understanding this logic is the very first step to becoming immune to its power. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche diagnosed this perfectly. He called it herd morality. See, for the group, the main goal isn't to be right. It's to stay together. Social cohesion, fitting in, all of us believing the same thing, that's way more important for the herd's survival than wrestling with some difficult, inconvenient truth. Your independent thought isn't just different, it's a direct threat to the group's stability. And if you think that's just some philosophical exaggeration, check out this number. In the famous Asch conformity experiments, a jaw-dropping 75% of people knowingly gave an obviously wrong answer at least once, just to avoid disagreeing with the group. Let that sink in. 3 out of 4 people would rather be wrong with everybody else than be right all by themselves. That's the terrifying power of the herd. Nietzsche, well, he didn't mince words. He saw that this urge to conform isn't just a tiny flaw. It's the default setting for humans and groups. That desire to belong is so powerful it can make even the smartest people embrace what is, from the outside, completely insane. And this leads us to a really crucial and kinda chilling observation from Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a theologian who saw Nazi Germany up close. He argued that stupidity isn't about having a low IQ. It's a choice. It's what happens when an intelligent person willingly gives up their ability to think for themselves, in exchange for the comfort and safety of belonging to a powerful group. They aren't born stupid, they are made stupid by their choices. So here's the fundamental conflict, laid bare. For you, the individual thinker, the top priority is truth, and when someone disagrees, you get curious. But for the herd, the top priority is belonging, and when someone disagrees, it's a threat that has to be eliminated. Your very nature is at war with the herd's survival instinct. Okay, so if the herd is programmed to push you out, what in the world can you do? You can't change the herd. That's a losing battle. But what you can do is forge a mind that is so strong, so internally grounded, that their rejection just doesn't matter anymore. So let's break down how to actually build that. Now, the way forward isn't about gritting your teeth and using willpower. It's about architecture. It's about building something solid, based on 3 pillars that all support each other. Designing your discipline, taking control of your emotions, and finally, transforming your actual identity. Okay, first, discipline architecture. This means you stop relying on fickle motivation. You literally design your life so that doing the right thing is the easiest option. Second, emotional sovereignty. This doesn't mean you don't feel things. No, you feel everything, but you observe your feelings without letting them drive the car. You feel the sting of rejection, sure, but you are not defined by it. And third, the deepest level, identity transformation. You stop trying to be a strong person and you start being the person for whom strength is just normal. And when you really commit to this internal work, the result isn't loud or flashy. It's a quiet, unshakable independence. It's a kind of power that the herd, well, they just can't touch it. This is the first stage of real freedom, psychological silence. It's that moment when the constant nagging need for other people's approval just fades away. Praise from others is nice, but you're not addicted to it. Criticism is just information, not a personal attack. Your sense of who you are is no longer up for a vote. And that leads to the final level, existential silence. This is a profound state of being. The status games, the daily outrage, the social pressure. It doesn't just bounce off you. It doesn't even register anymore. You're operating on your own terms, moving by your own internal compass. The noise of the world just can't reach you. This phrase really captures that final state perfectly. It's not about being cold or arrogant. It's about being so secure inside yourself that the chaos of the outside world just loses its grip on you. Your peace is your own. It's not dependent on anyone else's opinion. So, we end with this. This is the real question for any deep thinker. The herd will always value belonging over truth. Gaining your intellectual freedom will almost always mean sacrificing some social comfort. The question isn't whether you're right. The question is, can you bear the weight of being right completely and utterly alone?